I'm back with some information about Meek Mill, okay? Not sure what's going on, but he put out a series of tweets saying that he has not been paid from music and does not know how much these labels are making off of him. Quote unquote, I need lawyers ASAP. All right? And the reason I want to talk about this is because, as y'all know, I cover a lot of music business topics on my page, and I feel like this is a teachable moment for all the artists that are coming up right now, that are eager to get signed by record labels, that are eager to be discovered by people in the music industry, and you really do not know what these people's intentions are when they find you, because you don't have a real history with them. You don't know what their business practices are. You're really coming into the game blind and just hoping that somebody gives you a chance and that they'll treat you fairly. Hopefully. He put up another tweet saying, ask the record label, how much have you spent on me as an artist? Then ask, how much have you made off me as an artist? I'm about to make my record deal public by Monday, just to let the world see what these people are, okay? Meek Mill is signed to MMG Maybach Music Group / Atlantic, and he's managed by Roc Nation Management, all right? So he's got 3 heavy hitters in his corner. However, it looks like he's questioning probably Atlantic more likely than MMG, but maybe he's talking about MMG as well, to see, yo, where the money at? You know what I mean? I think Meek is somebody who probably gets paid very handsomely for doing shows. I'm sure he probably gets a decent percentage off of publishing and things like that. But when it comes to those mechanical royalties and those record sales, sounds like he's not satisfied with what he's been getting. You know what I mean? And I think this is a very interesting concept because up until this point, Meek Mill has always been very confident. He's always portrayed himself like he was super rich. He's, he recently was on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast talking about how he wisened up over the pandemic because there was no shows to do. So he's been learning more about the music business. He was talking about how he's been getting $10, $20, $30,000 for features for a long time, getting money off walkthroughs for a long time. So it's interesting to me that he's been out for really about 10 years now, and he's finally coming out and saying, hey, I'm not getting paid off of music sales. I don't know what they're really making off of me. Basically, he doesn't know his contract, and he needs to lawyer up so that he can get some kind of clarification on where all of this money is going. Meek Mill is actually very successful. I think let's look up the numbers for his most recent album, Expensive Pain, just to get an idea of how many units Meek Mill typically sells. Expensive Pain debuted at number 3 on the Billboard charts, and it sold 95,000 equivalent album units, which is 82,000 in streaming and about 10,000 sales in pure sales. Okay, so he hit around the 100,000 mark, which is pretty good in today's streaming climate. Meek Mill's previous album, Championships, sold 229,000 album equivalent sales in his first week. So this new project definitely, for his standard, is a little bit of a drop off, which I'm not surprised that he's a little bit questionable about what's going on. He's probably asking, yo, how much money did y'all put into me promotion wise? How much are y'all making off of me? What's really going on here? All the legwork that went into this album was really done on Meek Mill's YouTube channel. I actually was getting notifications of him dropping different videos with he was dropping videos with Lil Durk. He was dropping freestyles almost weekly. New music videos that was just him rapping over beats. He wasn't really no hooks and stuff like that, doing his own promotion, but there was no big rollout leading up to this project. I didn't even know the date that it was gonna drop. It was just like he had a series of freestyles coming. I was like, okay, Meek must be dropping soon, and then boom, he had an album out. So I'm quite sure all of these things, if I'm asking those questions, I'm sure he's asking them to his label heads. With Roc Nation Management behind him, as y'all know, that's Jay-Z and company, they're going to be able to get some pretty powerful lawyers on his team. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and look at Megan Thee Stallion and her situation with her label, Roc Nation lawyered the heck up for her. Jay-Z recently lawyered the heck up for Dame Dash when he felt like Dame was selling an NFT on Reasonable Doubt. But I really just want to say, artists, we got to start getting more educated about what we're doing and what we want out of life and what we want out of this music business. I say music business because I don't really care about the music industry. The industry is a beast. The industry is for people that want to be in the in crowd, for people that want to compete with, the top of the pops. I really don't care about none of that. I want to take care of my family. I want to have multiple streams of income, and I want to live comfortably. And I want to do that from doing music, right? So I'm not really worried about the music industry. It's about business, having strategy, having different products, services, and things of that nature available for people that want to buy into what it is that you're doing, and having those things available on a year-round basis so that you can be collecting from January to December without a hitch in your program. You feel me? So when I see situations like this, Meek Mill is a big enough artist to where, you know, if he was able to get out of his deal today, he could drop another album before the year is over and probably sell the same amount of records on his own. And this is exactly why I'm always curious, like, why are these guys still signing with the Atlantic, signing with the Maybachs? No disrespect to Rick Ross, or signing with the Def Jams of the world or the Universal Music Group umbrella, because at the end of the day, yes, they can get your music on the radio, but when's the last time you heard a Meek Mill solo song on the radio? When's the last time you heard a Rick Ross solo song on the radio? It's not the same, you know what I mean? Now, if you're listening to Sirius XM or you know, Pandora or whatever the case may be, yeah, those artists are gonna come up. But when it comes to actual terrestrial radio, where you get in your car and you turn on your FM dial, you're not gonna hear a majority of the artists that are in the music business today. Those slots are really reserved for like 40 people. And that 40 people is going to get played on loop. And it may not even be 40 when you go to the urban stations. You're going to hear the same 15 artists on loop. So the benefit of being a major label artist is not the same as it was 20 years ago. Now, there have been reports that Meek Mill and Rick Ross have not been seeing eye to eye for some time. People have been alleging that Meek Mill wants off of Maybach Music, you know what I'm saying? And that he wants to go do his own thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true, man. I think, you know, he recently tried to debunk that theory, but he didn't say anything that was like overwhelmingly convincing that him and Rick Ross are on the same page. You know what I mean? He was just like, nah, y'all hear people talking about that stuff. It ain't real, whatever. I ain't got time to even worry about that. But that's not really how Meek Mill talks. You know what I mean? It just seemed like he didn't want to address it, which is respectable. But it's been some time, you know what I mean? Like recently, when Ross showed up to his birthday activities, they wouldn't let him in the club. That was an issue. So there's been little rumblings going on that Meek is not happy where he's at, and he finally came out and said it himself. So stay tuned for more information. He says that he might put his contract out, and if he does, I'm gonna do an update video breaking down the terms and conditions of that contract so y'all can get a better understanding of what is really going on. All right, stay tuned. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.